Via Domus.
Via Domus. That's Latin. Means the way home.
Lost Via Domus is a video game that takes place in the world of Lost. You play as a passenger of Flight 815, a photographer and journalist named Elliot Maslow. He has amnesia and can't remember much.
Name's Jack.
Wish I could introduce myself, but I can't remember my name.
Elliot Maslow. If that is your real name.
Through photos, you get to play through flashbacks and piece together his story. But this story is not canon. You do get to explore the island and come upon various landmarks, such as the Swan Station, the Pearl Station, the Black Rock, the crash site, and more. You can explore inside the Swan Station and happen upon something that is not shown to us on the show, the Incident Room. We need to talk about the Incident Room as its own topic, because while the story of Via Domus is not canon, the Incident Room is. The Lost crew gave the game developers unseen blueprints and information of how they intended for this room to be presented. This topic does contain a little bit more detail, which brings us to the second tier of the iceberg. This room was actually shown on the blast door map and looks separate or severed from the rest of the hatch. And the room is on the other side of the concrete wall.
It's solid concrete, so it obviously went to great lengths to seal off what was behind there.
The last time I heard of concrete being poured over everything in this way was Chernobyl.
The function of the hatch, what it is built for, is because there was an accident here. Basically, if you were to perceive the fact that the hatch is a structure that is essentially a big thumb, and that thumb is sticking in a dike, and that dike is holding back this massive magnetic anomaly that is just sort of illustrated on the other side of this wall that makes Jack's key rise. That's what the design is, and it has to be there so that two guys can live down there comfortably, so there need to be certain creature comforts.
Interesting.
This is a marvel of modern convenience of the 70s. It has a oven and a cooking top, wearing blender, all the comforts of home, all very, very boutique and wonderful.
Prior to the incident, the Swan was being built solely as a station, a lab, to study electromagnetism, as stated by Pierre Chang.
Station 3 was originally constructed as a laboratory to understand the unique electromagnetic fluctuations emanating from this sector of the island. Not long after the experiments began, however, there was an incident.
I believe this incident room was intended to be the laboratory. However, it is unclear if the reactor was built in response to the incident or if it had already been there in 1977. The equipment around it is damaged, which could have been a result of the incident or Desmond's near-failed attempt of pressing the button in 2004. It is unconfirmed. I believe the room was there in 1977 being used and expanding on the station with the Geodome as seen by Rudzinski's precious model.
I told you we saw the model!
Zinsky, cool it.
That's Rudzinski. You put a shotgun in his mouth when I was asleep.
Look what I turned into.
Regardless, they needed to seal off the incident room, the room of the reactor, with concrete post-incident. Built the studio apartment around the already planned Geodome, so concrete was necessary to keep the button pushers who were saving the world safe.
Just saving the world.
It was redesigned post-incident with this purpose in mind, to contain the electromagnetic buildup. Basically, they shouldn't have been fucking with it in the first place. Neither should Jack, but that's a different story, I suppose.
I'm not wrong, Kate. This is it.
Right.
Don't shut down! Something's pulling the drill down! We hit the pocket!